welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please go subscribe and press that notification button. And if you're not new, then just thank you for coming back and staying loyal to me, okay? So today, before I talk about what I want to talk about, I want to go back to Valentine's Day so I can show you guys how cute my baby looked in his little cute little Valentine's Day outfit. And also they were handing out little cards at his school. I went to his school. I didn't film a lot in his school just because privacy, like with kids and their parents. So I just did a little bit, and so I'm gonna go and show you guys that. Hi guys, so right now we are outside of Xavier's school. It's the day before Valentine's Day, so we're doing a Valentine's Day edition, and I got cute little gifts for the kids. My son loves slingies, so I figured why not get some for the kids. My son's dressed up. Where are your shoes? Dude, where are your shoes? Alright, you look so cute. What? Look at your shoes. Why are you taking your shoes off? Shoes on. Shoes on. Shoes on. Yeah. Vámonos. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Vente. Out. Out. Ahí deja. Out. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Uy. Come on. Are you walking? Are you doing that footwork? Come on. Walking to my class. Walking to the class. Walking to the classroom. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall to the classroom. Walking down the hall. No, walk straight. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
He's walking sideways.
He's just going against the wall.
What's his name?
Xavier.
Xavier. I'm Julie.
Hi, nice to meet you, Gladys.
Gladys, nice to meet you. Hi, Xavier. Yes, I'm Julie. That's the wall. He's doing good. How old is he?
He's gonna be 3 in May.
In May?
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to come to school here?
Say yeah.
What a cutie pie. Boy, I can scoop you up and take you home. That's my problem.
He's Valentine's edition today. That's why he's red.
Oh, very good.
Come on, puppy. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall to my classroom. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall to the classroom. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall to the classroom. Walking down the hall. Come on. Walking down the hall. Walking down the hall to my classroom. A ver, let me get a picture. Okay, I can screenshot it right there. Ooh. You like that, Papa? No?
Yeah, it doesn't like crawl. I know that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he's making noise. Oi.
Good job.
Move it, puppy.
Oh, give me that. No, you want to get down?
Alright guys, so I wanted to talk to you guys about my son and his condition, because a lot of you guys have asked me before, and I tell you guys like a short answer, or sometimes I just kind of avoid it or other reasons. I don't know why, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just spill it out there for you guys. when my son was 3 months, we went to his 3-month checkup. When we got there, the doctor did an exam, and she said that he wasn't really reacting to when she was putting like the light in his eye, so like wasn't even looking at it or anything. So then she recommended me to take him to an eye doctor, a pediatric ophthalmologist. So I took him over there, and I wanted to go alone. I made this appointment for me to go alone. I didn't want nobody to go with me because I was honestly low-key scared of what they were going to tell me, so I wanted to just go by myself. So when we got there, they went and checked his eyes, and they just asked me questions like, have I noticed anything? And since the doctor had mentioned it to me, ever since then, things been standing out to me, like, oh, he hasn't been reacting to me, you know, certain things like that. So I did tell her that ever since the doctor told me, I started noticing that he wasn't really looking at me, and when I used to think he was looking at me, he really wasn't. And I mentioned that to her as well, and she put it down. Then she took off, and she said that she was going to bring the doctor in to put dilating things in his eyes. So then the doctor came in and did like a quick exam, put lights in his eyes. She was like, oh no, he's not reacting. So then Xavier was already like, get away, like get off of me. So then she went and dilated his eyes. He went back to the waiting room, and we waited there for about an hour or like 45 minutes. When we went back into the room, she went again and checked his eyes, and she had a bunch of little toys, and all of these toys that she had like a bunch of lights and moving lights, a bunch of things. So he was supposed to react and look at them, and he wasn't. Then she ended up getting an app on her phone that looked like a piano, and it was just the black and white lines just going up like stairs, and it got me a little dizzy. But it's supposed to make Xavier react because it was so bright, and he wasn't reacting to that either. So then she went and looked deep in his eyes with that thing that goes like super close to your eye, and she said that he had optic nerve hypoplasia, which means that his nerves behind the eye are super thin. So his eyes look normal, and if you look at him, he looks fine, but it's because the nerves that are behind the eye doesn't pass the connection to the brain, so it doesn't make that sight, because your brain is making all the pictures. So that connection from the eyes to the brain is not really sending the message right, so it's not working. Honestly, when she told me, I didn't know what to think. I just kept thinking to myself, like, my son does not know what I look like. My son is never gonna know what his mom looks like. Honestly, that was like my biggest fear, that my son is never gonna know what I look like. You know, like, I'm gonna be by his side his whole life, and he's never gonna know what I look like. Nobody's gonna support him more than me, and nobody's gonna love him more than me, and he's never gonna know what I look like. Honestly, that's just what I was thinking the whole time. And then I started asking her questions like, can we do anything about it? Can we put glasses on him? Any surgeries? She said that because the optic nerves are in the brain, it would be really risky to do that surgery. And it's super expensive, and it's not accurate, so it's not worth it. Then she said glasses at this time, it's not necessary because he's too little. He'll want to take them off, and he doesn't really need them because he has no sight at all. They said give it more time because he might develop sight with time. We're just not sure. She started giving me connections and numbers. She gave me a number to the New Mexico School for the Blind and the Vision Impaired, and she also gave me some for the occupational therapist that helps like with his development stuff, because he will be delayed just because he can't see. And honestly, I never knew how much sight was important until then. Honestly, sight is something that is so important. Be grateful, and don't ever say, oh, I'm blind, these glasses, I'm blind. No, be grateful that you have your eyesight, because your eyesight is a big thing, a huge thing. So back to what I was saying. She gave me all those numbers to all those doctors, and she gave me all those numbers to all those therapists in the school to get connected, because I guess school had like an early intervention when they start at like when they're newborn all the way to when they're 3 years old, to stay with them in that time to help them develop with therapy and play group and socializing and things like that. So I thought that was awesome. So I right away called, and I right away started getting him involved in things like that, and that was the best thing I could have done for him. I am so grateful for all his therapists. I'm so grateful for all the people that have been there in his first almost 3 years of his life. Honestly, those people have just been amazing, and I couldn't have done it any better. I'm just grateful that God gave me the son that he gave me, to be honest with you. Like, my son might have the problems that he has, and my son might stress me out sometimes, and I run on like 3 hours of sleep every day because he has his days and nights mixed up for the same reason that he's blind. So I don't ever sleep. And he keeps me going. He's my, I don't know, he just keeps me going. I get so tired and I just want to give up, and I just kind of want to just take him to my mom's or take him to Cesar's mom's and just take a nap, you know, but I work all the time and I just want to go home and hang out with my baby. I don't want to sleep. I just want to spend time with him. And then when he sleeps, I'll sleep. That's how it works. When the doctors told me that he was blind, I really couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it because this whole time I thought he would look at me. You know, like, I don't know, I can't explain it. I took a picture of him and I swear I thought he was looking at me. And it was something so, I don't know. When I look back at this picture, I was like, my baby really wasn't looking at me. But now that he's older and he knows that he needs his hands and his mouth to feel things and know what things are, he'll literally lay next to me and feel my face. So yeah, I used to be so sad because I thought, oh my God, my son's never gonna see me. He's never gonna know what I look like. You know, maybe he'll see me later on because I'm dark, and maybe he'll see me as like a dark shadow or something. I don't know. But right now he can't see me. And that to me is like, it broke my heart for the longest time that he would never know what his mom looks like. And when we were with this therapist one day, he was feeling my nose and just grabbing my big ass nose. And she said that he's doing that so he can know what my face looks like. And it's true because at night he'll just lay there sometimes and he looks like he's admiring my face, to be honest with you. He'll just lay there and just like grab my ears and my hair and almost put me to sleep and pull my eyelashes and go like this to my eyebrows. I'm telling you, that kid feels everything. But I'm pretty sure because of how many times he's felt me and how detailed he is feeling my face, he knows what I look like. And I'm not sad no more over that, because just because he doesn't have eyes for him to look at me from doesn't mean he doesn't know what I look like. He could still imagine, he could still picture. So that's okay for me. And I know a lot of you guys don't relate and can't relate, but I know there's people out there that have kids with disabilities or with the same disability, and they think they're alone. They're not. They're not alone, okay? There's a lot of people out there that struggle with the same things, that do the same things, and have the same motivation to help their babies. So guess what? You're not in it alone. You have other people next to you. You have other people that are going through the same things. We're all parents and we all stress. Okay, we all stress. It doesn't have to be about stressing about the same things. You could be stressing about your kid failing in school, or you could be stressing about your kid throwing up last night. You know, other parents are stressed over their kids having cancer, you know, or their kids living in the freaking hospital all the damn time. It happens. And you're not alone. People go through the same struggles out there. You're not alone. I don't feel alone because I know there's a lot of people out there, and like I said, I thank God for that doctor connecting me to the therapist and to the school and to everybody that they connected me to, because my son has the support and the help that he needs and the help that I needed, because now I know that I'm not alone. Now I go to take my son to school and I interact with the parents over there, and the parents interact with me, and I love it. I love that I don't feel alone, that I'm not alone, that I'm not the only one out there that has the same struggles, because guess what? Everybody in that same school is struggling with almost the exact same things that I'm struggling with. And that makes me feel awesome. I mean, not awesome that they're going through it, but awesome that I'm not the only one going through it and I don't have to feel alone. So, which takes me back to when people tell me I'm sorry. I tell a lot of people, oh, my son's blind, because they'll come around and be like, oh, your baby's sleeping, or oh, he's tired because he's like this. No, my son's not looking up at you because he's blind. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. That gets me so so mad. Nobody understands how pissed off that fucking makes me when somebody tells me I'm sorry. For what? What are you gonna be sorry for? It's not your fault. What are you apologizing for? I'm not mad. I'm not sad, am I? Why are you apologizing? I'm grateful for my baby. I'm glad he came out the way he did, because guess what? Now I see things a different way. Tell me you're sorry again so I can knock those eyes out so you can really be sorry. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it really pisses me off. Thank you guys for watching my video. I really vented to you guys. I never cried about this situation. I've never really told anybody, like, the real situation and how I feel about it. So I'm glad I did that, and not to just one of you guys, but to everybody, because a lot of people are going to be watching this video. And if you know somebody that can relate and has a baby with special needs and you think that they feel alone, go ahead and share this video with them, because nobody is alone. Nobody is alone. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next